minister for the first time I know, which is a minister of innovation, head of WHO and your local FDA, all distinguished guests. This is indeed the biggest privilege I have today of speaking before an audience that can make the difference. I'm not going to make a long speech, I don't have anything written, but I just want to share with you, President Museveni, why I have confidence in this project. You have 100 acres of a campus here. If this were in US, they would have spent billions of dollars. The second RNA vaccine against COVID was fully funded by DARPA, which is the military of US. They gave Moderna $100 million to do it. The biggest selling drug today, adalimumab, was developed by the funds from US government. When I see this big project, I want to share with you why I'm here. I got an email one day from Matthias saying he wants to come and meet with me. I didn't realize he was sending the email from Uganda. I said, yeah, come on, have a lunch in 3-4 days. He flew in, we sat down, we talked about it. I saw in him a passion and a wisdom. Then I told him that Martin Luther King's speech, the best words were, I have a dream. In 1961, President Kennedy said, before the decade is over, we are going to moon. Not because it is easy, but because it is difficult. After I met with you, sir, last time, and I very much appreciate you still remembering me, I was asked a question, why am I doing in Uganda from Chicago? I said, I've lived my life long enough to done a few things, and I'm ready to share with anyone who has the wisdom. First comes the wisdom, and then comes the money. You have to have a dream. What Matthias just told you are big words of dream, which many people will question him and always say, well, it's not possible. How can Uganda be the country where you get such technology starting and helping the whole Africa and the world? He didn't have to go through this non-linear process. I told him, I said, don't follow this, just jump into it. There's nothing that he's getting is impossible to do. If there is a will, there's always a way. I also told him that, Matthias, you and I are Homo sapiens sapiens. Guess where all the human beings on this planet came from? Right here, East Africa. So I want you to know, President Museveni, that these are not just dreams in the air. These are totally doable. Totally doable. He was going to face a lot of difficulties. But again, I hope you'll remember that John Kennedy said that he's doing it because it is difficult, not easy. I can assure you one thing, is that the technology he's getting, it would have taken him years and hundreds of millions of dollars to develop it indigenously. But I thought that we'll have a fast start. The project of mRNA may seem so out of this world, but I just finished a project like that, so I know what it takes to make it. I brought with me my team. David Lindholm is here from Sweden. He is going to make a facility which will be installed exactly where you're sitting right now. And it comes, you don't have to do anything. All you need is a slab to put this whole facility. It will be fully validated, fully classified, and then reassembled here. So we are taking a smart approach to meet our goals and also fulfill our dreams. I'm 100% with you and the country. I don't, and if there's another country who wants to have this kind of dream, I'm always available. But there's one more thing, Mr. President, I want to share with you is that you and I have one thing in common. We both like hats. So, what I did was, I went to a company in Texas that makes hats for the presidents of the country. They make a very special hat which is made from chinchilla fur. And I was able to get a small gift for you, sir. This is a Stetson chinchilla. It's called El Presidente. And I have this for you. And I hope you enjoy wearing it in good health and good humor. And I totally thank you all here for giving me this chance to share my passion. And I wanted to assure everybody that what Matthias says is not a pipe dream. I told him that the biggest risk a developing nation can take is not to risk. You may have millions and billions of dollars. You have to generate jobs. You have to generate income. There's no other way out of it. And to do it, you have to be ahead. The future technology should be here. The drugs that I'm given to him to make biologics, 80% of the world today cannot afford to have them. 80% I'm talking about. Definitely it's not affordable in Uganda. We can make them at a very low cost and take care of our people and the rest of the countries, East Africa and others. So again, I don't want to make a long speech. I want to be...
The reason why you see that building behind is we're importing that technology from the US, domesticate it here, do drug discoveries from natural plants, from herbs, that we can now take to FDA, take it to EMA, take it to WHO, to make sure that we discover new compounds that will save the African man, but using science and technology. Your Excellency, quinine is another example of how a French chemist isolated active principles called quinolene from the cinchona tree. This drug continues to save lives of millions of people, the quinine, much as WHO only uses it for severe cases. But it's a drug that's coming from nature.
Now the business community. We're so glad. Your Excellency, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Also, Abdul, Matthew, for coming.